Pineapple Kitchen Cakes is filmed at the Pineapple Kitchen Studios in Lakewood, Florida. Night before Christmas, and all through the shop, not a creature was stirring, not even a mop.
Hi everyone, welcome to the secret bakery shop. Elf Ainsleigh and I, we snuck in here so we could make something really special in time for our special holiday. Ainsleigh, do you know what we're making today?
We're making Jingle Jam Cookies.
We're making Jingle Jam Cookies. Oh, they're delicious. So Jingle Jam, that's our wonderful Chef Pineapple Jam that came in your Chef Pineapple Cook-Along kit for this month. You should have received not only the Jingle Jam, but tools to go with it, and of course, our recipe card. The recipe card has all the ingredients that you need to make this delicious recipe in time for the holidays. Now, Ainsleigh, do you remember what's in Jingle Jam?
Yes.
What's in Jingle Jam?
Cranberry
and strawberry. It's delicious. So it's a mixture of cranberry and strawberry and some other all-natural ingredients. And Mom, there's no dyes, no artificial colors. This is all natural. So it's delicious. Now we're gonna make this cookie recipe. You're gonna do it with us, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of ingredients. So we want you to gather all your ingredients, all your tools, and we'll get ready to make this wonderful bakery item, our Jingle Jam Cookies. Oh, but first, Ainsleigh, we always have to be safety first. So what do we need to do?
Wash your hands.
We need to wash our hands. So we're gonna go wash our hands. We want you at home to wash your hands and come right back as we start to make this Jingle Jam Cookies. All right, don't go away, come right back. All right. Our hands are all clean. Hopefully your hands are cleaned as well. So you always want to practice good safety, good food safety. You always want to start whatever you're doing with clean hands, with soap and water. Now we're going to make this delicious Jingle Jam Cookies.
That's right, Santa.
Now of course, you would have received your recipe card. It has all the ingredients that you need, all the tools and everything else in this card that came in your kit. So we're going to start off by following those instructions. Now you should have gathered all your things together. If you didn't, go ahead and pause this and get all your ingredients together. Now we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to what's called cream our butter. Now to do that, you want to take your butter and let it sit out at room temperature. You don't want to melt it. You just want to get it soft so you can cream it together. We are going to use a stand-up mixer. You could certainly use a hand mixer, or you could use the whisk that came in your kit. Might be a little more challenging to cream the butter with this, but this is a great tool to be used in any type of cooking or baking. So today, we're going to use our stand-up mixer. So we have it right here. Now, Ainsleigh, what we want to do is we want to start. Make sure that's locked. This is your sugar, leave that there.
Yeah,
we're gonna start with butter. It calls for a full cup of butter in our recipe. Now each stick, Ainsleigh, is a half a cup. So I have a half, but I need a whole cup. So how many sticks do I need to make?
2.
Right, because a half plus a half makes a full 1 cup of butter. Now, the butter gives you the measurement on it. So we're going to take the butter, we're going to put it into our mixer, and we're going to start to cream that. And then we're going to add some other ingredients. So go ahead and open that butter and put it into that bowl there, Ainsleigh, if you don't mind. Ainsleigh's hands are a little greasy now, and yours are probably too. So what we're going to do is we want to throw away the packaging that your butter came in, and well, we are going to add some other ingredients. Why don't we do that first, and then we'll get you something to wipe your hands off with.
They're shiny now.
Yeah, they are very shiny. All right, we're going to mix in 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Now this is 1/3 of a cup. If you have a regular big measuring cup, you want to look for that third. This is baking, so we want it to be exact. We don't want to estimate. We want it to be actual. So we're going to use 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Now this is just regular granulated white sugar. That's going to go in there, okay? Can you get 1/3 of the sugar? You can do it with a cup or you can do it with that, either one. You put that in there for me, Ainsleigh. Wonderful. Bring that up. We need a little more. Remember, we want to be exact, so we want to do 1/3 of a cup. Okay, Ainsleigh's trying to make it exact. Okay, now go ahead and put that into that bowl. There you go. Great, Ainsleigh, that's perfect. Now, Ainsleigh, it also calls for some other ingredients. 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. So, this is brown sugar. Use light brown sugar. Get 1/3 of a cup of that and add that to our butter.
You want me to?
Yeah.
You might need to shake it, guys.
Yeah, put a little more in there,
Get
Ainsleigh.
it exact.
There you go. Now just we can measure that off. There we go. And now put that in there.
Seasons.
Oh, looks good, Ainsleigh. Ainsleigh, what we're going to do is we want to cream this butter. So you're going to close the mixer, bring it down, and then I'll lock it. Now we want to turn it on, just kind of put it on a low speed, and you want to start to cream that butter together. There you go. Now you don't need it to run too fast. You're going to cream that butter.
I think we should get it a little bit more.
Yeah, you can turn it on a little higher.
I'm scared.
That's all right.
It went all the way.
It looks good.
Smells good.
It does smell good. Great. Okay, you can stop that now. Okay, so that's creamed the butter. That looks really good. Great job, Ainsleigh. Look at that. That is creamed that butter. That looks good. Now we're not done. We're going to add some more ingredients. Let's see at the recipe. The next thing that we're going to add is we now want to add, yeah, you can go ahead and why don't you get a towel and bring it back and you can wipe your hands down. While she's getting a towel to wipe down her hands, let's look at the rest of the recipe. Let's see what else we need. Oh, the next thing we need to do is get an egg. Now, we want to take just a medium or large size egg, bring it to room temperature. Now, what I'm talking about is you bring it out of the refrigerator and let it sit on the counter for about 30 minutes. You don't need it any longer than that. Bring it to room temperature. It's always best to use a room temperature egg, not a refrigerated, right out of the cold refrigerated egg. Now keep in mind, you do not want the egg to sit overnight on the counter. I would just do it for about 30 minutes. Here's the thing, Ainsleigh, we only want the yolk. Now I have 3 eggs here in case we make any mistakes. What you want to do is you want to crack the egg and then you want to get the white part of the egg separated from the egg yolk, the yellow part. So what I would do is you crack it like this, then you start to open it up and you're going to go back and forth over a bowl. And we could do it over this one to make sure that we get only the white, the egg white part going into our bowl. The yolk, we want to try to keep it in the shell. So then we're going to use the yellow part, the egg yolk, in our mixture. All right, you want to try it?
Yep.
All right, let's see how good you are, Ainsleigh. Let's see if you can get that egg separated. You want to basically separate the egg. There you go. Now, you want to just get the white part. If the shell goes in there, that's not a problem. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're making a little hole. So that way you can get the egg white into the bowl and try to separate that yolk. Is that right? Yeah, that's okay. The shell can go in the bowl. You just don't want that yolk going in the bowl. Now, start to take some of that egg white and put that into the bowl. Get that egg white in the bowl. It's a little challenging, isn't it? It's all right. Not bad. You might need someone like a parent or a grandparent or an older sibling to help you with this method. It could become a little tricky. Ainsley's doing a great job. She's getting the egg white separated from that egg yolk. That's good, Ainsleigh. Don't get that egg yolk in the bowl. You want to separate it. Great job. It's looking good. Looking real good. Can you get the rest of the egg white in there? All right, now what's the yolk looking like? Maybe you need to open that shell just a little more. There you go. That's great, Ainsleigh. Let's see if you can get that egg yolk. The egg yolk can go. Oh, perfect! It went into her hands. Beautiful. Show everyone at home what that egg yolk looks like. Perfect. Looks great. All right, now put that in the bowl. Just put that egg yolk. Don't play around with it. Just put it in the bowl. Perfect.
It did a plot.
Great
and this
job.
This is what it looks like inside.
What does it look like inside? Oh, yeah. And she did a great job. The egg whites, which we don't need. Now, you could certainly hold those aside and use them for maybe another recipe, or you could make an egg white omelet. But we have eggshells in our egg whites, so we're just going to dispose of this. We're just going to throw it in the trash. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that egg yolk, the yellow part of the egg, and we're going to blend it with our butter. So Ainsleigh, let's shut the mixer there. And let's lock it. And now let's turn it on just a low speed. There you go, just slow. Perfect. And that low speed is what we're going to mix up the butter and some of that sugar, the white sugar and the brown sugar, and the egg yolk.
The egg yolk might be gone, guys, now because, yeah, I don't see it no more.
Yeah, that's looking good. It's looking good, Ainsleigh. That's great.
I just turned it a little bit higher to number 4 speed if you have this, because it's getting a little bit more thicker. And
Okay, now let's stop that, Ainsleigh. Now we're going to add vanilla extract. So according to our recipe, we want to add 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So go ahead and turn that off. There we go. And we want to find our measuring spoons. We do not have a 3/4 measuring spoon. So what we're going to take, again math, we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon along with a 1/4 teaspoon, and that's going to equal 3/4 teaspoon. All right, I can hold the measuring spoons if you like. Go ahead and fill that all the way up there, Ainsleigh. All right, that's our 1/2 teaspoon, so we'll put that in there. Now we're going to do our 1/4. Remember, we want 3/4 of a teaspoon, which we don't have that measurement, so we're creating that through math. A 1/2 and a 1/4 makes 3/4. All right, go ahead and fill that up. Let's see. Now we're going to put that in there. Now we want to blend this up again. So Ainsleigh, go ahead and shut that.
Woo!
And now turn it on a low speed, and then we'll start to get that mixed up. So we have our butter, 1 cup of butter. We have 2 types of sugar. our regular white granulated sugar and a light brown sugar in there. We've also added an egg yolk, something that Elf Ainsleigh did, and she did a fantastic job. Then we just added 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, and that is creaming up just wonderfully. That looks great, Ainsley. Good job. It's really good, Ainsley. Now, Ainsley, one of the things we want to do, what's going to happen is your butter and your sugar and your egg mixture is going to start to go to the sides of the bowl. So you want to turn it off. Let's go ahead and turn it off, Ainsley. Now, one of the things you received in your cook-along kit is this really nice spatula. This is perfect for baking. What we're going to do is we're going to scrape down the side of the bowl with our spatula. So we want to get that all down to the bottom of the bowl there, Ainsley. Can you do that?
You might just want to go up and down, up and down.
Yeah, get it all down in the bowl there, Ainsley.
You might touch the little thing. What I'm doing now is just going up, take up, and then scrape down.
Yeah, that's good. Ainsley's getting all the butter and sugar mixture down. Now we're still going to add some things, so you don't have to scrape it off the beater yet. You can leave that on there and just kind of scrape that off the side. Great job, Ainsley. Ooh, I know you're going to want to try this. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to take our dry mixture, our flour and other dry ingredients, and we want to put that in a separate bowl. We need to get that bowl and get those ingredients ready. So don't go away. We'll be right back. We'll get those ingredients and we'll start to incorporate our dry ingredients with our wet ingredients. So come right back.
We're back from cooking.
Well, we're back from getting the rest of our ingredients together. Now, we needed to get our dry ingredients together. So we gathered our flour, our cornstarch, and our salt. Now, when you're baking, you always want to make your dry ingredients separate from your wet ingredients. Our wet ingredients was our butter, our egg, and the vanilla extract. And we also consider that sugar that's going in that wet ingredients, our wet ingredients. So now, we need to have a larger bowl like this that we could put our flour, our cornstarch, and our salt in. And then we're going to start to incorporate that a little at a time into our wet ingredients. Okay, Ainsley, what we're going to start with is we're going to start with 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, which we have right here. All right, Ainsley, I've got a cup, so we want 2 cups. Now remember, if you have a large measuring cup or a glass measuring cup, you want to measure out 2 cups. This is 1 cup, so we're going to do that. You can just scoop it. And we have our kitchen butter knife that will help us make sure that we got a full cup. Why don't you show them what we're talking about there, Ainsley?
So,
go ahead and...
You might want to just...
use the other side of that knife if you can. The back side of the knife. There you go. And make sure that you get your... There you go. You want it to be exact. Great job there, Ainsleigh. Good. That's perfect. Now go ahead and put, that's 1 cup. Go ahead and put that 1 cup into the bowl there, Ainsleigh.
Yes. Just do not quick.
No. In the bowl. In this bowl. There you go. All right, that was 1 cup. We need 2 cups. So Ainsleigh, do this again. Now remember, use the back side of the knife to kind of make sure that you've got all the flour and then straighten it out. There you go. Use your knife to kind of straighten it out there, Ainsley. You have enough flour in there? Maybe a little more flour there. Ainsley. Make sure that you've got a full cup. You want a full cup of flour. You can always take out whatever extra you have with your knife. That's the nice thing about the knife. All right, there you go. There you go. Get that all. Perfect, Ainsleigh. Good. Now it's going to go in the dry mixing bowl, not into your wet mixture. We're not ready to incorporate it yet. Okay, that's good. Go ahead. Oh, wait a minute, Ainsleigh. Let's see. Let me see if I can help you. What you want to do, don't dig down into it. You want to kind of go like this. And then just bring it across like that. See, now you've got a full cup. You want to put that in there? Yeah, just like that. Good. Great. Now we also need a quarter cup. We need a quarter cup too. So you can do the same thing. Go ahead and get it. You can measure it and get it kind of full. And then we just wipe it clean. There we go. So let's go with that knife. You want Papa to do it? Here, I'll hold it and you scrape it down. Oh, wow. What do you think of that? That was great. Okay, put that in there. Perfect. So that is 2 1/4 cups of flour. All right, now we can move the flour. We don't need the flour anymore. I'll move that out of your way there.
Sometimes you gotta get a little bit dirty.
Yeah, we recommend you wear your apron because you probably, when you're baking, will get flour all over you and other ingredients. It just keeps your clothes clean, right? Okay. Now, the other thing we want to add is cornstarch. Now, cornstarch is going to help our cookies to rise. We don't want our cookies all flat, so we need cornstarch for that. So we need to get cornstarch, and according to our recipe, we need to use 2 teaspoons of corn. You should have teaspoons at home. If you don't, you can always use your teaspoons that are in your utensil drawer, where you have your utensils for eating. A teaspoon is somewhat equivalent to that. It's better to use actual teaspoons, but if you don't have them, you can always use one of those. Ainsleigh, if you recall, the largest one is the what? Tablespoon, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want tablespoon, you want teaspoon, which in your spoons is going to be the second largest. So it's going to go tablespoon, teaspoon. We want 2 of these. Now again, just like the flour, we want to make it as exact as possible. So you want to put it and then scrape it down on the side. Here, let me show you something. Let me show you a trick there, Ainsleigh. So Ainsleigh took that much. We don't want that much. You can go on the side of your box and just scrape it down. See how that was? Now that's 1. We want to do 2 teaspoons. So do another one there. And then put that into that bowl
This is
there.
how this one turned out. When
Very
I did
nice.
the coffee.
Good. Perfect, Ainsleigh. And make sure it all goes in there. Got it all in? Perfect. All right, now the other thing we need is we're going to add some salt. Now, salt brings out the flavor in our cookies. Otherwise, they might be a little bland. So salt is a nice ingredient to just wake up the flavors of whatever you're making, including cookies. So we're going to just use regular table salt, and we are going to put in 1/2 teaspoon. Now that was a whole teaspoon. We don't want to use more than we need. You don't want your cookies too salty. So if you look at your teaspoons, the next one down is the 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, I'll help you with this. You hold it over the bowl, and then we're just gonna...
Because the salt comes out fast.
It comes out pretty quick. There you go. Sprinkle that in. Ooh, looks nice. So this is what we call our dry ingredient bowl, all right? So all our dry ingredients are in there. We have a tablespoon. Come here, Ainsleigh. We're gonna mix it up with our tablespoon. Bring it up and mix it up with your tablespoon there, just so you incorporate all the good ingredients: the flour, the cornstarch, salt. It's all right. That's why we're wearing aprons, Ainsley.
Soon I'm probably gonna turn into a whisker.
Hey, you probably will. Oh, speaking of whisk, we could use, the whisk that came in our cook-along kit. It's a perfect thing to use. We don't need the tablespoon, we have a whisk. So whisk that up there really nice. Whisk that up. Oh, that's great, Ainsley. That's a lot of fun whisking, isn't it? Especially when the ingredients are like flour and salt and cornstarch. They're
So
easy to whisk,
easy.
right? The key to this, we don't want to put all this dry ingredients, just dump it right in to the butter mixture. Number one, the reason that we do it separately is because we want to incorporate it, and so it has a nice mixture for our cookie mixture. If we were to just start adding flour and cornstarch and salt, our cookies may not turn out the way we want them to. So with us kind of incorporating all those dry ingredients together and using this great whisk that was in our cook-along kit, we're able to get those mixed up. Now we're going to take our mixture, our dry mixture, a little bit at a time. We'll use our tablespoon and start adding them to our butter mixture. All right, Ainsley, let's turn on the butter mixture here. And we want to start adding that flour. Yeah, you don't have to do it real fast. Let's make sure that's locked. Okay. No, it doesn't have to be that fast. Okay. Right there. Perfect. Now bring this closer and start adding it right into the mixture. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. You're going to do it a little bit at a time. Remember, you don't want to pour all of it in at the same time. It won't incorporate quite right. Just like that, Ainsleigh, doing a great job. A little bit at a time. And just like when we cream the butter, we'll periodically scrape down the bowl as well. But right now, it's looking good.
Sometimes when it doesn't work right, it's acting probably like
You're doing good.
it's
looking great.
It's not.
It's blending together nicely. Now the cookies are going to start to become dry because we're adding the flour and that dry mixture into our wet mixture. So the cookie dough, which we want, to start to turn dry because we're going to take that cookie ball and we want to form little cookies, round cookies. We'll show you. That's looking good. You don't have that much more to go. Great job, Ainsleigh. That's good. Great. All right, don't get carried away. We want to get it all over the table. We want to get all the flour mixture in the bowl. We don't want it all over, right? Put that in there. See if we can get that right in there. Get it all in? Now what an Ainsleigh and I just did, you certainly can do at home as well. As long as you're at the end of the bowl. You don't want to just pour it all in all at the beginning. Your cookies won't turn out exactly the way you want them to. So we completed all the bowl into our wet mixture. Oh, Ainsleigh, it's looking good. Okay, so let's turn this off. Let's show everybody way their dough should look. Look at this. You want it to be clumpy like that. All right, what we're gonna do is get it off the beater here. You may need to do that at home if you've used a stand-up mixer or you've used a hand mixer. Get all of your dough off of your mixer, your blades, and then come right back and we'll start to form our cookie balls that we're gonna make into a thumbprint that we're gonna add our Jingle Jam. So don't go away, get that all off your mixer, wash your hands, and come right back, and we'll finish up this wonderful recipe.
We're back to setting up.
Yes, we are. So what we did was we cleaned up our space and we got ready to make the cookies. Now we're gonna make the cookies, we're gonna form them into little balls, and then we're gonna use our thumb and make thumbprint cookies.
Here's a example.
Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our nice dough, and our dough, it probably turned out like yours did, nice, where you could really pack it together like Ainsleigh's doing. And then we're gonna roll a little bit, or take our ball and roll it in some granulated sugar. So get a bowl of just your sugar that you put into the ingredients here. And then we also took our Jingle Jam, which is included in your cook-along kit, and we melted it down. Now we microwaved it. Now you're gonna need a parent, a grandparent, or an older sibling to help you. The microwave, well, it makes the container as well as the jam very hot, so be careful. We wanna melt it down just so we can use it. It'll be easier to work with. But once you melt it down, it is hot. Now we did it in about a 30-second, and if it wasn't melted down enough, we did it another 30 seconds. You don't want to do more than a minute. But as you can see, it's really melted down there. Just as Ainsleigh is doing, we want you to take some of the dough, and we want you to make a ball no larger than a golf ball size. So if you can envision what a golf ball looks like, you don't want it to be any bigger than that. Yeah, Ainsleigh, that looks great. We each have sugar, and we're gonna roll it in the sugar. Just put it in the sugar and kind of roll it around like this. So it's coated with the sugar. It'll make these cookies taste really good. Now make sure your hands are clean. We're also gonna take our cookie sheet. We're gonna use quarter sheet. Feel free to use half sheet or a full, but you wanna use a baking sheet. Also, use parchment paper. Parchment paper is designed to be able to go in the oven without burning. This will help so our cookies don't stick. Now it is baking and it is cookies. So we want to make sure there's enough room that these cookies are going to spread. They're going to spread and rise. So Ainsleigh, we're going to put them on our pan, and I'm assuming we'll probably be able to get 6 of them down there. So we're gonna go ahead and roll our cookies, roll them in the sugar, put them on the pan, and then once we have them all on the pan, then we're gonna start making our thumbprint.
The sugar took over me.
It did, right? Your hands are sugary. All right, so let's start rolling out our cookies, all right, Ainsleigh?
I'm gonna take a size of a golf, like smaller than a golf ball. And it might look like the size. This, when you have the dough. This,
Your sugar,
your sugar.
and then roll it in the sugar.
We gotta take out the little dough pieces. Here's your sugar. And what you're gonna do is carefully drop it inside this, roll it around, make sure it's all over it. Pick up a big scoop of sugar and like just roll it in your hands with sugar.
We're
And
gonna put
then-
that on the pan there, Ainsleigh.
Put it on the pan.
Not too close. You gotta separate it. There you go. Because remember, those cookies are gonna spread.
Oh, and they get big.
Yeah. All right, keep making. Keep making cookies. See if we can fill that pan up. You should be able to do that. Now remember, don't
There's
make them any
still
bigger
sugar.
than what you just did. Okay?
So you don't want yours to be like this big,
Yeah, you don't want them too big there.
or this.
Right.
This one at the perfect size.
Right.
But you can measure it with your first ones that
Yeah,
we showed
you
you.
can. That looks a little big there, Ainsley. You might want to pinch some of that dough off. A little small. There you go. Still too big? That's okay. All right, and then roll them in sugar.
So you take a sugar with their
Well, why don't you just
hand.
roll it in it? It might help it. There you go, good. So you can work together, have the whole family participating. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's so much fun to bake because you get your hands, what I call dirty, but it's a good dirty. I mean, it's full of these wonderful ingredients.
And you get to feel the dough, which
Exactly,
is
it's so nice. It's like playing with Play-Doh, right?
Yeah, but it's not that stretchy.
So roll that up in that sugar like that, and then put it in your pan like this. There we go. So what you want to do is be able to fill up the pan. Remember, the cookies are going to spread, so you don't want them too tight together. I would say in our case, we've got a quarter sheet pan, 3 going the small side of the pan like this, and then about 5 or 6 going down this way.
Almost like a
Which
tea.
will either get 15 or we'll get 18 cookies, right? Our math again. There we go. So we'll put that in the sugar. See if we can get 6 on there, Ainsley. I don't know if we can. We may only be able to do 4 or maybe 5. That's all right. We have several pans here, so. This will be a delicious cookie to maybe leave out for someone special on Christmas Eve. I understand he likes a lot of cookies and maybe something delicious to drink. Oh, we may have to have something delicious to have with these Jingle Jam cookies. I don't know, like hot chocolate?
Oh, choose one?
Oh, we love hot chocolate, right?
Yes.
Oh. All right, so let's get all these cookies put away. While you're doing this, you should have preheated your oven. You want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to
That's a
get
lot.
that oven nice and hot. Then we're going to bake these cookies from anywhere from 11 to 15 minutes. Now, prior to putting them in the oven, then you could put it into the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. You don't have to, but it might make it, well, what it'll help do to the cookie won't crack. Sometimes you get cracked cookies. That refrigeration will help prevent that. You don't have to do it, but we recommend that you do. All right, Ainsley, we're doing pretty good. It looks like the size of our pan, and based on the size of those cookie balls, we're only going to be able to get 12 to a pan, but that's okay. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of cookies. So we'll continue finishing this, and then we'll put them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. We need to do the thumbprint. We're going to do the thumbprint, and then we'll put them in. All right, let's get this. You can do your thumbprint. You can either use your parent or an adult or your older sibling's thumb, or you could certainly use your own thumb. Oh, maybe a combination of both. And then that thumbprint is going to be the little cavity, the little valley that we're going to put our Jingle Jam.
I think this one's too big.
Oh, that might be a little big. Here, we'll just bring it on. There we go. All right, Ainsley. What we want to do is you want to put your thumbprint down like this. See how that cookie kind of spread a little bit and cracked a little bit? That's what you want to try to prevent. And by putting it in the refrigerator will help that. So we're going to do this first. There you go. Oh, nice. Yeah, go ahead and make those little ones better than mine. Mine are kind of big, although I like a lot of Jingle Jam. Take a look at what we did here. We have our cookies with a little bit of a valley created by our thumb. Now we're going to take a little bit of this jam. This is the Jingle Jam. It's been melted down. And we're going to fill up, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It can go over a little bit. We're going to fill up the little cavities. There you go, Ainsley. Now make sure it's cooled down. You want to melt it down, but you want to make it so hot that you burn yourself. So be careful. Make sure it's cooled down. Have a parent or an older sibling make sure that it's not too hot for you to handle.
I got a little swirly there.
Oh, Ainsley, you're doing a great job. That's looking good. These are going to be delicious.
It's because I'm seeing Christmas time.
Oh, I love
baby.
it. Very nice. Very nice. Make sure you fill them up really good.
So then more jam can get
Yeah,
in.
get more jam in there, right? You might want to open up that little cavity. Oh, that's perfect. That's good. That looks good there.
Mhm.
Can you get some more jam, or are you going to open up that little cavity there?
Open it up a little bit more. This smells so good.
It's that wonderful cranberry strawberry jam, right?
Yes. I bet Santa will love these.
I'm sure he will. It'll keep him motivated for the whole evening. Hopefully it won't make him sleepy.
Oh, I forgot that one.
Looks good. Oh, there you go, Ainsleigh. Make sure you get a good, nice little thumbprint, a cavity.
And you might want to fill up on your.
Okay, so we already filled up one pan. What we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this off. You finish off your rest of your dough, put your jam in, stick it in the refrigerator for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then after that, bring it out and then put it in your oven. All right, so we're gonna get ready. Oh, I cannot wait to try these. All right, we're gonna get this cleaned up. We're gonna finish up our dough. You get yours finished up. We'll be right back. And then we're gonna get to sample these delicious cookies, our Jingle Jam Cookies. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Made with love.
They are made with love. Okay, everybody. Wow, we're so excited because these cookies came out great. They just came out of the oven. We let them cool off a little bit because the one thing about the jam, our Jingle Jam, it does get hot. Remember, be careful when you're microwaving it, but also be careful after you bring it out of the oven. The temptation to try to eat those cookies right out of the oven, you gotta be careful. That jam is very hot. We let our cookies cool down so we could try them. Look, now our cookies yielded about, meaning it made 24 cookies. If we needed more cookies than that, for the big night and for the big man, we would have had to double the recipe. You have plenty of Jingle Jam to certainly double the recipe. The Jingle Jam is delicious on crackers, over cream cheese, or just simply on toast or a bagel. But if you want to save whatever's left in that jar to make more cookies, this is a great recipe to do so.
And we decided to have hot chocolate with it.
We had to have hot chocolate, so we've got a special recipe for hot chocolate. So Ainsleigh, this hot chocolate is not only delicious, but it's also going to be topped off with some whipped cream. You're not going to argue about that, are you?
No.
All right. I'll let you do the honors of putting whipped cream on our hot chocolate. And then we're going to dig into these cookies. I can't wait to try them. I mean, look at these cookies. Now, by putting them in the refrigerator, it helped from the cookie breaking down. Otherwise, the cookie might crumble, pardon the pun, or it might just fall apart. Refrigerating the cookie before you put it in the oven helps it to hold together because it is a cookie that has a little bit of a crack to it. All right, Ainsleigh. Oh my goodness, all this sugar, all this Jingle Jam, and these delicious golden brown cookies. Remember, 11 to 15 minutes in the oven. You don't want your cookies to burn. You want them to come out like golden brown. Oh my gosh, look at this whipped cream. Huh. Jingle Jam cookies and hot chocolate with whipped cream. What could be better? All right, are you ready, Ainsleigh?
Yes.
We're gonna need to try. Here, get a cookie. That's a great looking cookie. I'll grab one. I think we gotta try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's delicious. What do you think?
It's so soft to bite into.
It is. It's a soft cookie. It's like a shortbread cookie with that wonderful cranberry strawberry flavor of that Jingle Jam. Oh my gosh. All right, this hot chocolate looks tempting as well. I guess we'll have to try this. Oh my goodness. This paired together, there's nothing better. All right, we hope that your holiday season, particularly this time of year, is filled with a lot of sweets, a lot of good things to eat, and especially our Jingle Jam cookies. Oh, that reminds me, Ainsleigh, I'm getting a little late. I'm gonna need your help. You see, we've got some special things to do, some errands to take care of. We're probably gonna have to take the cookies with us. Where we're going, our hot chocolate and our Jingle Jam cookies will travel probably pretty well. So we would like to say from all of us here at Pineapple Kitchen Kids, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and have a wonderful New Year. And we will see you next time in the Chef Pineapple Studios. Happy holidays!